Did you know that when editing your avatar on the Xbox 360, you can have it perform several different animations? For example, spinning the stick around will make your avatar's eyes go crazy, wiggling the stick from left to right will make your avatar angry, and spinning your avatar around will make it dizzy. Now, if I'm being honest, I only wanted to include this detail as it hit me right in the nostalgia. Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of a roast turkey. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll send you a bag of grated cheese. Oh, and as I record this, I have a really bad case of flu, so forgive me if my voice sounds a little off. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with the looker. Now, in the last episode of this series, we found a hint button in the looker that didn't really provide any hints. In fact, it straight up insulted you.
Maybe you're weak. Maybe you're stupid.
Well, today's The Looker detail sees us finding another hint button, only this one has fallen on some hard times.
Go on, get... Don't look at me. Can you hear me? I'm nothing but a rusty chunk of steel. You don't want nothing to do with me. Alright. I'll tell you my story. It was June the 8th, 1947, gray morning, slightly foggy. I had my own practice then, and I was living higher than a cosmonaut on a stepladder. My hints were subtle too, real subtle. Back then, they said good old hint button. His hints could steal the tail off a weasel. Then they tossed me in the can. Know what, know why, know how. Those were the mean times, when all the common sense in the world wouldn't make a nickel to buy you a black coffee. I used rope to tie my pants, and pants to tie my shoes. I made do the way a man does, till one day, after stealing the socks off a fireplace, I caught my own look in a puddle of bootleg rye and realized I had to do what I'd never done before. I gave myself a hint. So that's me. I was nothing but a downtown crumb who dreamed of being a whole sandwich. Now I'm just another sloppy Joe. Come back when you got something.
So it turns out that the biggest sin a hint button can commit is giving itself a hint. Who knew? Up next is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, a big part of Advanced Warfare was of course the exosuits. The suits are developed by private military contractor Atlas and allowed you to jump higher, run further and punch harder than a normal human. Now, at the beginning of Advanced Warfare, you head to the Atlas HQ and learn how to use your new super suit. As you explore the HQ, you can get a first-hand look at the power of the suit.
He's got the assault Eggcellent. Poor bastards don't stand a chance.
Dr. Chambers, please report to conference room C. Thank you.
Alright, show's over. Let's move.
Personally, I love this detail. It's worth mentioning that at no point does the game tell you to stop and watch the fight. It's completely missable. To think that animators had to choreograph this entire fight scene knowing that 99% of players would walk straight past it is just crazy to me. Top it off with the fact that there's even a line of dialogue if you watch the whole fight is just really impressive. Up next is Crysis 2 Remastered. Now, most of you will know the Crysis series from the Can It Run Crysis memes, which of course reference the original game's excellent graphics that required a very powerful system to run. I mean, the original games look so good, and still do, that it could be argued that they didn't need a remaster, but here we are. Anyway, the first detail from Crysis 2 can be found on the Train to Catch mission. After entering the station, you can find this. So written on the bottom of the sign is a message that reads, "Ha ha ha, nobody can read this, it's too small, have fun." Now this was in the original Crysis 2 as well, though apparently you couldn't read the message on the console version of the game. Oh, and it's worth mentioning I had all graphics options set to Ultra and it's still kind of hard to make out, which given this is supposed to be a remaster, makes me think that it's intentional. The other Crysis 2 detail can be found on the Eye of the Storm mission. Now I'm certain that I've covered this detail before, but I couldn't find it in any of my videos and didn't have it stored on any of my hard drives, so I may have been imagining things. Anyway, as you make your way across the island, you can do this.
Hey, it's occupied! Come on, leave me alone! Hey, cut it out! It's not gonna happen any faster! Leave it out, man! Bastard! I'm gonna find you!
So this detail actually reminds me of the Neebs Gaming toilet Easter egg in Battlefield Hardline, where you could annoy someone on the toilet.
Hold your horses, I'll be right out! Give me a second, I'll be right out! Look, you're not gonna want to be in here anyway. Just go do something else.
Like I said, I was certain I'd covered this detail before, and now that I said I couldn't find it in any of my videos, I fully expect you guys to go ahead and find it almost immediately. Next up is 2022's Modern Warfare 2. So, on the Ghost Team mission, the team attack a base with the help of air support. Now, towards the end of the mission, you come to this building. Hanging above the building is a bell, which if you shoot, will cause this to happen. So a big fat nothing. Now you may think that was an oversight, but I'm here to tell you that it's not. If you instruct air support to shoot the bell, this will happen. So the high caliber rounds of the helicopter will cause the bell to ring. It's a really cool detail. Next up is Overwatch 2. Now, despite getting a lot of things wrong, something that Overwatch has always gotten right are its heroes' personalities. Each of the game's heroes has a unique way of interacting with the game world and with each other, and no place demonstrates this more than the Busan map. One of the spawn points on this map is a karaoke bar, and it turns out that some heroes are partial to a sing-song.
Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word and the skies are not cloudy all day. Hey Bob, come here.
If you need heals does not help staunch you, then a blast from my biotic launcher. If you're firing too fast for me to heal, then I'll drop my immortality field. Oh man, I'm out of breath. Woo!
I'm a dancing doctor, dancing doctor. I'm a dancing doctor, I'm a dancing doctor. Yoo-hoo! Heute!
What are you looking at? I don't sing. I will not.
Oh, oh, yes, Herman down. Ha, ha, ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, I love this.
Now, as far as I'm aware, not every hero can try their hand at karaoke, but I love that even super serious characters like Reaper have dialogue if you try to make them sing. Right, let's end today's video with cult classic Lollipop Chainsaw. Lollipop Chainsaw is a 2012 hack and slash game developed by Grasshopper Manufacturer, with writing from James Gunn. Yes, that James Gunn. In Lollipop Chainsaw, you play as Juliet, a high school cheerleader who fights zombies at a fictional Californian high school. I don't want to sound like an old man here, but they don't make games like this anymore, just straightforward hack and slash fun. Now, the detail from Lollipop Chainsaw requires you to leave your morals at the door. With Juliet being a cheerleader, she isn't really dressed in appropriate zombie fighting attire. If you're not careful, you can even annoy Juliet by looking where you shouldn't. Yeah, like I said, it's best to leave your morals at the door with this one. Oh, and I'm probably not alone in immediately thinking of Resident Evil 4 when I saw this detail.
Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, you pervert!
So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter egg secrets and hidden details in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel's all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.